GCSEs have officially begun. Today I'm going to be talking about the best advice I have for GCSE English Literature Paper 1, which is on Monday. This is part of the series I'm going to be doing during GCSEs, which is giving key bits of advice for throughout exams for upcoming exams. I've also done lots of videos on how to revise during exam season, so more general topics, so make sure to subscribe and leave a like and check out my playlist for that after this video. I'm also going to be I take video suggestions, so please leave anything in the comments and I will respond to all comments. Okay, I'm going to get straight into this now. My first piece of advice for English literature is this. I want everyone to do this. If you're watching this, I want you to do this. Right now, you can pause the video if you want, but what I want you to do is just have a think about that exam on Monday. And think about what questions could come up that you'd think, yes, like what questions do you want to come up? Also, think about what questions could you possibly see and that come up that you think, like, how do I answer this? What am I doing? I want you to think about the questions that are the most difficult questions possible that could come up, or the ones that you would not like if they came up. This is what you should be targeting your revision on in the next few days up to that English literature exam. This is a really important piece of advice, and it works for a lot of subjects too. So I'm using this kind of advice for politics A-level, where I'm thinking about which questions are the most difficult, and you've got to spend your time on that, specifically with such little time left. That's really important. Okay, so have a think about which questions and which type of themes, maybe particular characters, you think you'd struggle most to answer. Then what I want you to do is go away, think about that after this video, and revise that, look at quotes for that character, look at themes for that character. So just have in your head some questions that could come up that you think would be challenging for you, and then revise that. If you're looking for great grades all around and just a good grade in English literature, this is really important just in case those questions actually do come up. You can't be unprepared, and my advice would be to target these questions more than the ones that you feel more confident on. Secondly, quotes. English literature you should have a lot of quotes. I would say around 5 per character or theme, but it does vary. It varies quite a lot depending on how many you know now, how many you can learn. So I would also go away and I'd pick out some key and versatile quotes. These are quotes that you can use in more than one scenario. So maybe you could use it for a character like Lady Macbeth, or you could use it for a theme like ambition. Quotes they're what I call versatile quotes. So go away, maybe Google some after this video as well. I could link some in the description and have a look for versatile quotes. Try and pick out 3 quotes, 4 quotes, 5 quotes, just specific quotes that you can remember. And if you haven't revised at all or don't know many quotes at all, just pick out a small amount and try and learn them for the exam. So make sure you're renewing your quotes. So I would go through all my flashcards between now and the exam for English literature quotes to make sure they're all fresh in your head, and also you have analysis for them too. Finally, it's really important to have a good overview of the paper and the themes in that paper. So what I would do is I would watch some YouTube videos to summarize the books or novels. So I'd watch some YouTube videos on that, and I'd also you could write down like a timeline of what goes on and then check it with the actual book. Because these extract questions in particular, it's really important that you know like the whole overview of the book. That's what the examiners want to see, is you have a critical overview is what it's called. So I'd recommend watching a YouTube video, maybe a couple of YouTube videos on summaries of the plots and everything that goes on before your exam, just to make sure that it's all fresh in your mind. You could read the books if you want, if you have time, but just make sure it's fresh in your mind and you know kind of vaguely, or more than vaguely, what goes on during that story. And so when you get an extract, you can know where to place it and how significant that is. You could blurt this or look at flashcards or YouTube, anything like that to help with that overview. So that's my particular tips for this exam. I'm just going to quickly talk about exam technique. So in the exam, there's 2 things that I think are important, especially for a humanities question. So a question that's very, very essay based. Number 1 is timings. I want you to really keep an eye on the time during the exam. It's very, very easy to get carried away. And a lot of you know this. And maybe you might have had experience in the mocks where timings was a problem, but you've got to keep checking the time. I did this during my GCSEs and all those papers, in every paper actually. What I would do is I'd just write, when I was about to start an essay, I'd write like what time I wanted it to be done by, and I'd keep checking that. Just make sure timing is in your head, and that's very in your head, not to get carried away, not to panic, but just keep time in your head during the exams. Finally, my final piece of advice involving exam technique is when you get your questions and your extracts, what I'd really like you to do, and what I think will be really helpful, is just consciously take a moment. Just breathe, take a moment and think, what do I think of this question? How can I answer this? This is what I do as well in my A-levels and what I did in my GCSEs, but I'm trying to improve it more for my A-levels, is when I see a question, I just take 30 seconds, maybe even a minute, just to let it sink in and really think, what do I think of it? What argument can I produce? So look, when you get the questions, take a look and think, what do I think? You know, how is this character presented, or how does Shakespeare do this to present this character? So just have a think and sit with it just for like 30 seconds, a minute. And this will help you formulate your answer and get a better structure and plan. And also, it's very easy to just start writing and then you kind of think, I don't actually agree with this, or is this true? So just thinking about it a little bit before can really help. I hope that was helpful just for advice for English literature. Good luck. Also, please comment how biology went. I've been really interested just reading all of the questions on that. You can always comment after an exam. Just let me know how it went. Let me know what came up in the exam, how you felt about it. I'm going to be doing a video soon on exam stress or how you feel if an exam went badly. But I hope this video was helpful and I will respond to all comments. Thank you for watching.